Believe it or not, just 100 years ago, kids as young as 10 were sent off to work in factories, mines, and farms. Childhood wasn't about Saturday morning cartoons or school projects, it was about pulling long hours in tough, sometimes dangerous jobs. Eventually, new child labor laws began protecting kids, allowing them to focus on education and safe childhoods instead of adult responsibilities. Today, most children can grow up playing, learning, and dreaming bigger futures. But it's worth remembering that not every child in the world has that chance yet. Supporting education programs and advocating for fair, child-free labor practices can still make a huge difference in countries where child labor is still permitted. If you find these kinds of insights fascinating, hit subscribe right now. It helps the channel grow and guarantees you won't miss the next surprising fact. Picture this, you're sitting on an airplane or in a hospital waiting room, and the person next to you lights up a cigarette or a cigar. 100 years ago, that was totally normal. Cigarettes were so common that ads even claimed they were healthy. It wasn't until health research clearly linked smoking to cancer and heart disease that the world began to change. Today, public spaces are cleaner, safer, and healthier. But the story isn't over. Millions still smoke, and education about healthier alternatives can save even more lives. In the early 1900s, radium wasn't seen as dangerous. It was advertised as a miracle ingredient. People brushed their teeth with it, rubbed it on their skin, and even drank radium-infused water. It glowed, so it must have been healthy, right? Wrong. Tragically, many people became gravely ill before the dangers were understood. Thankfully, safety regulations now protect us from this kind of disaster. Still, as new technologies emerge, from pesticides on food to pharma biotech, it reminds us to stay cautious and demand strong safety checks for all new products and medicines. Imagine walking up to a big communal water bucket in the town square. You dip in the same ladle everyone else had just used. Neighbors, travelers, strangers. That was daily life only a century ago. Unsurprisingly, disease can spread easily. Public health campaigns eventually ended this unsanitary practice, and now we enjoy clean plumbing and safe drinking fountains. But not everyone on Earth has that privilege yet. Millions on Earth still live without access to clean water, even in surprising places like Canada, where some First Nations communities still don't have clean water. So, supporting global water projects is one way humanity can keep improving itself so that everyone on this planet has equal access to clean water. Speaking of water, before refrigerators, the Iceman was a regular visitor to most households. Families relied on massive ice blocks, hauled in by horse-drawn carts, to keep food from spoiling. While it worked, it wasn't perfect. Food still spoiled quickly, and summer heat made things worse. Today, refrigeration keeps our food safe, fresh, and lasting longer, dramatically reducing food waste. But we still face challenges. Not every community has reliable electricity, and improving energy access can unlock safer food storage worldwide. Early cars were exciting, but safety wasn't a priority. There were no seatbelts, no airbags, and almost no safety regulations at all. Accidents were brutal, but people often accepted the risks as part of modern life. Over time, science and engineering proved that seatbelts save millions of lives, and now they're non-negotiable. Today we're grateful for safer vehicles, but road safety is still uneven worldwide. When we all advocate for better infrastructure, education, and safety standards, we can keep saving lives well into the future. So, the next time your fridge hums quietly, or you buckle your seatbelt without thinking, remember, just a century ago, those luxuries didn't exist. We've come a long way in our technological advancements, but history reminds us that progress is ongoing. For those of us who can stand up and speak up to advocate for those less fortunate, keep going. We wouldn't have these safety protocols today if someone hadn't spoken up in the past to ask for the situation to be made better. So which of these old normal practices shocked you the most? Let me know your thoughts in the comments for anything past, present, or future, and don't forget to subscribe so you can join me for even more surprising looks at our past and how it shapes our present.